Good evening, muscle mommies and muscle daddies. We have a guest star today. This is... Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. It's funny to watch you do your own podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cool.
So me and Adriana have a podcast together, and we have a lot of episodes
You didn't
Well, you're the one who
introduce me. I'm sorry.
I was literally introducing you as you interrupted me. Okay? This is Adriana, my literal, best friend in the universe.
Hey.
She's so amazing in she is me, I am her.
Oh.
Anything that comes out of her mouth, I fully consent.
Fuck yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. We are the same.
We are the same.
You're
we are one
person.
and the same.
Yeah. And clearly today, we're really one person, really taking in that energy of being the same because we have the same pants and the same shirt. We're clowns today.
Yeah.
We're clowning around.
We've been playing house because my parents are away. And she slept over. I had therapy this morning. She went on her own little thing.
I went on a little walk.
Yeah, and then we had what do we have?
Oh, we went to Root and Rise, which if y'all don't know about, Root to Rise. It is in Pelham. No,
Larchmont.
It's in Larchmont. Larchmont? How do you say it?
Larchmont. Larchmont.
Larchmont.
It's just an all gluten-free and vegan place, and Adriana's been eating gluten-free because she gets a little hard tummy. She gets like a rock in her tummy when she doesn't.
I've been getting tummy problems for forever.
Yeah, so she's on the gluten-free
my tummy's always been like hard as a rock. And I'm like, why is this happening? So when we used to live together.
Oh my God, wait, we forgot to put our stomachs out.
You would have, I have to do it as well?
You don't have to.
Okay.
It's just if you want to.
Okay. She'll come out at some point.
Okay.
Maybe not now.
Yeah.
But what was I talking about?
I have serious tummy issues.
Wait, we need to finish what I said so it doesn't go crazy. I'm keeping her in check, guys.
Okay.
I'm making sure that ADHD
I'm talking
out.
about the thing we're supposed to be talking about.
And when we lived together, I noticed she would eat gluten free, then I would have some of her stuff, and I'm like, oh, I feel great after eating this gluten free pasta. So I just hopped on the bandwagon.
If you guys haven't tried being gluten free, I suggest everyone try it for just even a week or something.
Yeah.
Because gluten is not a natural thing. We have enzymes in our stomach to digest. Same thing with dairy, but I still eat dairy. I'm fine with dairy. But,
yeah, me no, but
yeah, no.
All kinds of problems.
But I get serious stomach issues with gluten. I will be running and shitting my pants.
She tooting it up.
No, not even tooting. Wish I was tooting. I'm just straight shitting. Yeah, no, not good. So, anyways, we had a podcast together. We don't really post on anymore because I put Adriana in charge. I also, in fairness, I removed our last episode because I didn't like the way it was edited, and I never re-edited it.
That's the problem. Is that
that was all
we
me.
record, I edit, and then she's not satisfied with the editing, which I'm not the best editor, so I understand.
No, but I wasn't being nitpicky. It was a genuine I need to fix this for us, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
And you also don't have
you're a bit
she doesn't initiate.
You're a bit nitpicky.
No, but in this scenario it wasn't because I was nitpicky.
No, this scenario no, but other scenarios she's a little bit nitpicky.
Oh, very. When we first started editing, I was very nitpicky, but I was no, you got then I was I'm gonna let you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it also would take you quadruple the amount of time to edit.
Yeah, because I'm not a pro editor like you.
You don't have the finger reflexes the
reflexes, I don't. You're going to get arthritis because of that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, babe.
I'm probably going to get famous, but okay.
Yeah.
So arthritis, fame.
Let's weigh in.
Let's weigh in. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say
she didn't even see the telepathy right there.
Yeah, no.
Just pass it by. It's all right. Just pass it by. It's
Why are you
fine.
flirting with me?
Because we've been flirting all day.
We were playing with each other's boobs before.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, guys.
We were trying to figure out the weight of them.
Yes.
That's what you were doing.
That's what we were doing.
Because, mine got some weight. And I'm on my period as well. So they got some weight to them. She's almost towards it. Or almost at it. And her boob is almost the size of mine when it's her period.
That's not true. Our boobs
Harley's telling us to stop.
It's our boob. Harley's behind the camera, my dog, golden retriever.
Harley, so everyone knows, even just listening, Harley's behind the camera and she does this little really cute thing where she takes her paw, she puts it on her little snout and she goes,
yeah. Yeah, she's so cute.
Who's like that?
She's
She
the
like
best
rubs
in the
her
world.
snout with it with her little paw.
She is the person behind all of this production.
Yes.
So Harley does the editing, and she's the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
And you
heart's
know
babes.
what? She's gonna get arthritis too in those little paws.
I'm going to insert a video of her, what she looks like
So,
right now. But
yeah.
she's not doing her paw thing, but I'm going to show you her being,
Like,
her
so cute.
overseeing this, what is this called?
The set.
This is our view.
She's overseeing the set.
She's overseeing the set. She's actually sleeping on the job. Harley.
Holly, wake up.
Harley.
You gotta check the lighting for us, honey.
She's just waiting for my parents to come home because it's been a week and she's like depressed.
Yeah, she's so depressed.
So that was my segue. I told Adriana I wanted to talk about it today, but I didn't tell her what. I wanted to talk about your depression more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coming back at it.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to talk about your depression today.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want to know why?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Why do I talk about my depression?
Because even though we talk about it a lot together,
Off camera. Off camera.
You've recorded an episode on depression, which I'm going to link in this episode. Like, it'll be on there's like a little way to link episode. It's really cool. Like, I kind of want to ask questions to get more awareness about it, for me to understand it better, for the audience to understand depression better, and also if they potentially have it, are kind of like, okay, I feel a little bit less alone hearing this is what somebody else struggles with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually like that a lot.
Okay. Well, I know you would.
It's a very important topic because I think most people, even that I know in my own life, they'll tell me like things like or how they're feeling, and they're like, yeah, I just like don't have enough energy. Oh, I don't really see these people enough, and they're just like, yeah, I must just have to work out more. I must have to just like maybe go another walk. Maybe I have
all
to.
the symptoms.
Maybe I have to like stop drinking coffee. Like they just talk about any other symptom other than, or not symptom, but they talk about their symptoms like they're not symptoms of depression.
Yes.
And it's very interesting to me because I'm like, oh, like you ever thought about like depression? Have you ever thought about being sad? Have you ever thought about like why you don't feel things? Like the whys of it all? Like, do you ever think about that? So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to start with our breath before we go into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you ready? You want to do
Yeah.
normal breath? I'm really stuffy. I'm just stuffy every episode at
I'm a
this
little
point.
bit stuffy too.
But now I'm like really stuffy. Why don't you lead it?
You want me to lead it?
Yeah. What do you want to do? 2?
I think we're talking about depression, maybe 3.
3's the number.
Okay, ready? So, we're going to breathe in.
I heard you breathe in, and it was like you're trying to like catch air.
I like wasn't like I don't know how people. First of all, I don't know how you ever
dog
taught meditation because it's not like you have to breathe and talk at the same time.
Oh, it's hard.
Okay.
I knew that's why you would get caught up right now.
Yeah. I
Because
was like,
you're
wait. It's
how am I
like,
gonna speak?
hold on a second. Okay, ready? We're gonna breathe in. Okay, you do it. Go.
Breathe in through our nose and fill up our bellies. And exhale through our mouth. All right, one more time, but let out a sigh. Inhale through our nose. Exhale, let out the sigh. Drop your shoulders. Do you want to give me a breath?
We're supposed to do.
Pass the
3.
breath. You're the third. Go.
Oh, okay. Ready? I was going to say hold at the top, and I couldn't fucking get it out. I'm like,
Well, that just shows who's the one that should have
Hold
been
at the
teaching
top?
meditation
No,
class
that
between the
shit's
two
hard,
of us.
honestly.
Because if you were teaching, we would have been cooked.
Yeah, we haven't cooked. You ready?
Think of something sad. Think about depression.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Okay. Last one, everyone. Breathe in. Hold at the top. All right, let's move on. I can't. I can't do it. The two better be enough for everybody, all right? The 2 better be enough because I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
Bad too. You were doing it too.
I can't do it anymore. I've already taken like 5 breaths trying to do it.
Oh, I kind of want to like keep all that in there. Poor people try to breathe with us and they're
Yeah,
fucking
it's all right.
laughing now. You know, everyone needs a good laugh. So
my
if
God,
you guys
look at-
laugh too.
Look, my hands are getting clammy. There's like water droplets.
And Adriana, you have a clammy problem.
I am very clammy.
She got that stank.
Sorry to my future boyfriend. I got, just sweaty because it's from anxiety. That's what sucks. It's like my anxiety doesn't we're talking about depression here.
Yeah,
Scratch
come
that
on.
up. Scratch
We're
it.
on depression.
We're not wasting time here with anxiety. Fuck
Anxiety doesn't exist.
What is anxiety?
Rah!
Rah. Talking about
Depression is the only thing that matters.
Depression is the only thing.
When did you start noticing feelings of depression, knowing what depression means now, looking back?
When I first got symptoms of depression, that was when I was in 6th grade. And it was around the time when I had this really terrible doctor's appointment where they basically called me like I was morbidly obese as a 6th grader. And I started having very negative body image problems where I look in the mirror and just be like, oh my God, like, why do I look so big? Why am I getting all this weight? Like, what happened to me? Why am I not like anybody else? And then those thoughts carried and turned into depressional thoughts. Didn't know it at the time, but those emotions were like lots of sadness. I wasn't content anymore. I wasn't happy.
It started to like break down your worth, kind of?
Yeah, it broke down my worth like totally. It tore my confidence down. It tore like the happy, giggly side of me down. And that like lasted like that first impact of it for like a year, I want to say. Like all of 6th grade, I was trying to figure out my footing of why I wasn't happy and why I didn't feel like a normal kid. Because I felt like an outcast in middle school. That's like, I just started middle school when this happened. So I felt like I couldn't make any friends. I wasn't as friendly. I wasn't as cheerful or as open to making new friends. Because then I felt judged and I felt judged from my body, but also felt judged about the feeling I was getting inside of like this worthless, sad, bottom of the pit feeling. I didn't know what that was, but like that's how I felt. I felt very numb. I felt very numb in like middle school. There were also times where I wouldn't be excited to go hang out with my friends for some reason. There was a lot, not exactly in 6th grade. I mean, as the years went on, it got worse and worse. Like the symptoms of everything were getting worse. I couldn't find happiness. Like here's another thing that fucked me up. I knew I was happiness to other people, but I wasn't to myself. And what that means is like, I've always been a funny person and I've always dealt with things through comedy. So I've always made other people laugh. And I knew that was making people happy and like made people want to be around me. So I kept doing it because of this deep insecurity I had in with me where I was like, people don't want to be around me. If that makes sense. Like I kept trying to be the funny friend because that's what I thought kept people, because deep down I didn't think any of my good traits, like what I look like, my actual personality, ever kept people around. So I had to always, I feel like, put on this like clown show of like me always pretending to be happy and excited about things and like overly just funny and just laugh things off. And that was like my way of coping. But then I would get home and all that acting would like make me more depressed and more exhausted. Like, because I was so depressed and exhausted, it affected my relationship with my parents. So I was more...
So you were more like drained by your energy, whereas people were energized by your energy.
Yeah.
And you were just like coming home like that, like me, like when I make a joke and I make everyone laugh, I usually feel good.
Yeah.
But it's like in that sense where you make a joke, everyone laughs, maybe you feel good for a little bit, but it's like you just kind of go back to like, that was my coping mechanism.
Yeah, like that's how I was trying.
Feel that good, funny energy.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's just a show.
Yeah, it was like me trying to like stay afloat.
Yeah.
Because if
like
I wasn't doing that, I think I would have just kept sinking. Like it would have been worse. So, and I wasn't always like severely depressed during these times, because in high school it got even worse and I never thought it would get worse. But like in middle school, I was just kind of like tasting it genuinely. Like now really thinking about it, it was just a taste of what happened in high school. But if we're talking about like the first initial thought or the first initial feelings of it, it was very much like me like putting on a show for people and then coming home being like, why am I so drained? Like, why do I feel like everything is being sucked out of me? Why do I not feel like as happy with my friends? Why do I not feel as happy with my family? Why do I not feel like a normal person? I felt just always very tired and very just sad.
Was there ever a time where like the show ended, where you're like, I'm done putting this facade up, like I'm gonna show on my face how I feel inside?
So it was the show kind of stopped for me when I realized I had to like go to therapy for it, because it wasn't like funny anymore. I think I would laugh it off a lot and be like, oh yeah, like I'm sad, haha, and that was like my thing.
Yeah, it's like I hate my life, huh?
Yeah, I hate my life. I want to kill myself. Yeah. LOL. They were like real feelings I was having. So and the more I joked about them, the more they became real. So as the years went on, I joked for so long that I actually started to like really feel those emotions, and they were like overpowering me. And I just couldn't like do the show anymore for people, which means like I was more aggravated towards my friends. And I was more quiet around them, and Adriana wasn't there. At school, there would be prompts for writing about what's your best trait, what do you like about yourself, what keeps you like just like fun things that my English teacher used to give us. And I would look at this paper being like, oh, I'm gonna have to make this up because I don't even know. I would be like, I like my hair because it's cute, and I like the way that I don't even know. Like I didn't even know what I was saying because I had to fabricate it all. Like I was just making up stories about things that I enjoyed, things I liked, my hobby. I had no hobbies. I had nothing I liked about myself. So that's when I started thinking like, oh, like this clown show can't go on forever because now.
Hey, we're clowns today. So
yeah,
clearly,
we're clowns today.
Clearly it went on.
It went on for a long time.
I have a quick brief intermission.
Yeah, but
Are you like sitting in midair?
What?
The way you're sitting. It looks like you're floating.
What?
I don't know.
No, I want a pillow.
Okay. So can you tell us about what it was like going to therapy to help cope with your depression in the beginning? Briefly. Because I want people to get a little bit, if they feel like they want to start talking to a professional, what they may expect early on. Or just what your experience was.
For depression?
Yes, depression specifically.
When I was given a psychiatrist to go to, I was extremely nervous because I knew they prescribe you drugs. Beforehand, well, not drugs, but like, medication.
Oh, yeah, drugs.
But I had previous therapies where it was just like a therapist, a family therapist, and medication was never involved. It was just a lot of like talk therapy, a lot of like journaling therapy, things like that.
Whereas I feel like in those cases, medication is like hey, is this something you're looking for? Rather than when you go to a psychiatrist, it's like, oh, you're here for that.
Yeah. Like me being told to go to a psychiatrist because of what I was feeling, I was like, oh, like this isn't like some talk therapy. Like this is something that's like needs to be medicated. So I was very nervous. Serious. Yeah, it was like it made it very serious in my head. I was like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. Like that's what I initially thought. I was like, oh, I'm fucked up in the head. I'm going to a fucking psychiatrist. These people can also like put me in a like mental ward. Who knows? Like who knows? Yeah. But this is like me thinking like back then though. This currently no. But back then I was extremely scared because I could be given a drug. I could be like be put in an institution. Like I didn't even know what was happening.
I feel like at that age, that was happening a lot.
Yeah, there
was a lot of people going to mental hospitals.
Well, I knew people who were going to them, so I was like, "Oh, I'm next." Back to like I'm going to the loony bin. Like I genuinely thought I was next. Like I'm not even kidding.
No, like it's so serious, but I'm just laughing at the way you word it because you're like, I'm next.
Yeah, like I'm next. Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't like
That's
doubt
scary.
anything about that. Like I was next.
Yeah.
So because my depression came from a psychiatrist first. That's actually very interesting. But I went in also just to like say I went in not knowing anything. I didn't know I had depression for sure. I didn't know anything. So I'm just going into this appointment knowing how I feel. So I tell him how I feel. It was a man. But I never had a guy doctor before, a guy therapist before.
like
It was very interesting. So I'm telling him all of basically everything I just said, like how I felt, the show, the clown show I put on, everything. And after the whole session, he easily diagnosed me, which I didn't know it happened that quickly. But I think it's different for everybody. Like, I mean, clearly I had it because he like knew right away. For some people, maybe it takes a little bit longer. For me, though,
You probably also were very open.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Very quickly.
In my therapy experience, I've always been very open. That's another thing. Like I've been always very open about what I'm feeling, how it feels, and everything. I've never really held anything back. So he diagnosed me as major depressive disorder. And he prescribed me medication. So I was on
I forgot about this.
yeah. So he prescribed me Zoloft. And I went through with it, hated it, did not like it. I never wanted to go down the pill route. Wasn't the vibe I wanted. So I think starting it, I was like, no. I started the Zoloft. What the issue was for me was I felt very numb on it. I didn't feel like myself. I actually felt worse. I like really tried because I know, because he was telling me like, well, it won't work at first. You know, it has to take time to get into your blood and your body system and your brain and all of it. It takes time to like for the medication to rewire things. I'm like, okay. So I did it for a month. I felt completely fucking numb for the whole month. I felt no emotion, which was even worse because I did feel sad, but now I'm not feeling anything. I was like, oh, this is like even worse. Mm-hmm. So I told him that, and he was like, okay, we're going to switch it. Then he prescribed me Wellbutrin.
Did he mix anything ever?
No.
Okay.
He made me do them separately. So I got off Zoloft and I went on Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin was the worst thing ever because it just made my whole body shake constantly.
Oh God.
And do you know what's funny is like a little toxic thing here. He told me like it might
suppress your
make you
appetite?
like yeah, and I was like
You're like, fuck yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like back then, because I also at the same time with my depression was dealing with like my terrible body image that also had a major impact. So being me at the time, I was like, oh well, Wellbutrin, this is the perfect thing. It's gonna suppress my appetite. I'm gonna be healthy mentally and skinny. Great. Like I was like, fuck yeah. But no, so it was terrible. It made my heart beat
give
like
me it.
Yeah, I'm like, give me that shit. But no, it was terrible. Made my heart beat like a fucking rabbit. It was like, it made me more anxious than anything. And I'm trying to like fix my depression. So like that wasn't fun either. So I was like, you know what? Fuck the medication. I didn't even give it a chance. Like that Wellbutrin I took for maybe a week.
The experiences that you're explaining too, like that's where I would probably say fuck medication too at that point.
Yeah.
Instead of being patient with it. Like
Yeah,
I get that makes sense.
I just said fuck it.
Because that's like a lot, like a whole month of feeling numb. And then that, like, I would be like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're raw dogging this shit.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to raw dog it. And you know what? I'm going to do it right. I raw dogged that shit.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the time.
Explain to us your next coping mechanism.
Okay.
The clown show's over. You're still funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But the clown show's over, despite the pants we're wearing. What's the next coping mechanism?
So my next move was okay.
I
So
feel like we're like on a board game right now. Like the next move.
So mind you, everybody, this process of like the medication was up until junior year. So I was like trying it for a year. Like it was like I was trying different medication. I was trying different dosages. Like the Zoloft I took in different dosages, and it went up as the months went on, whatever. And then I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna go whatever. So I stopped all of it. And then I had a friend who dealt with depression as well. and anxiety on top of that. And she was like, yeah, I just smoke weed and I feel amazing. It's natural. And she really sold me on it. So I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up smoking weed, and that was something that helped. So I thought.
You were smoking the pen, or were you smoking weed?
So, okay. So at this point, I'm mostly, the first time I ever smoked weed was actual weed. It was great. I felt very happy, giggly, silly. Like all the emotions I feel now as like a healed person. That's how I felt. I was like, oh my God, this is like a magical thing, a magical plant that I can just like literally just heal me. So I was like, this feels great. I remember I was at a party and it happened. Like I took it at a party and I was like, wow, like I love my friends. I love my life. I love me. I love what I look like. I love this. Like it was like a huge feeling of just like love. And I was like, this is amazing. I've never felt this way before. I want to say I was chasing that high because everyone knows when you have that first high, no other ones are going to be the same. So I kept smoking and just kept going and going. And it kept feeling the same. I kept feeling like, oh, I love my life. I love my friends. I love this. I love that. I love me. I feel confident, whatever. But every time afterwards, I would feel a little bit more sad after and smoke a little bit more. And that was a cycle. So I would smoke all day. And then the high, when I came down from the high, I felt even worse. And then I was like, oh, let me just smoke more. Oh, I'm happy again. Now I feel terrible. It's just like, it was a constant like toxic cycle of like just trying to catch the high again. Which it's funny because people say, weed isn't addictive. Yes, it is. The feeling is addictive. The actual thing about it, no. I've like never been addicted to something, but the feeling it gave me, I felt very addicted to. So this whole process of smoking, just weed all day, went from senior year of high school to, I want to say, freshman year of college. So it happened for like 2 years. I was just like numbing myself out for 2 years. And I was like, oh, my depression's gone. That's literally what I felt. I was like, oh, I've done the work.
I've done the work.
I'm doing the work.
The work is done.
Put in the effort.
The bills are paid.
Yeah. Like I was like, oh, I'm good.
Harley's snoring.
Harley's snoring. So I was on like this weird high of like, these 2 years were like a very high point and a very low point of my life. So I always felt very, very high, and not high in like a smoking way, but like high in the way I thought about myself. Like I felt very confident. I felt very loved. I felt so funny. I felt this. But then when I was off of it, I felt like the most depressed, the most sad, the most suicidal thoughts.
Bum, bum, bum. Here comes in disassociation.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't talk about that. Okay.
She'll tell you about disassociation.
Yeah. Okay.
She taught me.
I don't even know how to jump into this, but I guess, so through all of that for those 2 years, what I thought was healing was me just disassociating. Disassociation is this really fun thing where you just totally disconnect from your body. And it's almost like you're watching your life through a TV screen, but I'm not in me. Like I have no control. So I'm looking at like what's going around me, what's happening, what's going on. But what I'm saying, I don't know. What I'm doing, I don't really know. And it's all kind of a mystery until I like snap back into reality, which I don't really know how I exactly
Well, you
did
stopped
that.
smoking.
Well, smoking did put me in a dissociative state. But even after I was done from the high, I would still be stuck in it sometimes.
I met Adriana when she was a freshman in college, and that's when you started explaining to me like how you were able to dissociate, and you were able to like dissociate at the snap of a finger.
Yeah. It was like to that.
It was like
it
a
was
skill.
That bad.
Like
yeah,
you,
like I knew how to.
Well, skill. I say skill. It was a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
But it was like
Yeah.
you were able to immediately disassociate at any moment because you
Yeah.
were, and sometimes you didn't have control over it.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably never did it.
It was a huge mechanism for that.
Like, it was a way to protect yourself
Yes,
from your own
because I
thoughts.
didn't even, because I wasn't in control of them ever. So when I started smoking, I was just dissociated the entire time. I was on another planet. And it like made me feel not all my bad thoughts. In turn, I felt like this quiet, which I like wanted, because there was just constant, always like just noise about how I felt, why I'm not better, why am I not happy, why are you such a loser, why are you don't have this, why you don't have that. Like, it was a constant noise all the time in my head of all these things I'm struggling with, on top of my body issues, on top of my confidence problems. So smoking and dissociating just made everything quiet. It was just like literally just so quiet, and I was like, oh, I love this. But I also like didn't realize I was doing that until literally TikTok. Because
Good old TikTok.
yeah, good old TikTok. And there were these videos of people being like, do you ever feel like not in control? Do you ever feel like you're not in your body? Do you ever feel like the world's moving past you and you're just like, you don't even know what's happening, why you can't move with it? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they were like, yeah, so this is called dissociation, and it feels as though you're like watching your life through a TV screen and you can't feel. It's just like quiet, nothing is going on in your brain, no brain activity. You can't feel any emotion. Even if I tried to bring up an emotion, I couldn't be able to.
I think I remember
lose words. I lose sense of thought. I lose everything. And I would be in these states for like hours and days.
I think I remember I used to be able to tell with the way your eyes looked too sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you would be talking to me and they kind of like, you actually just, I know you weren't dissociating right now, but when you talk about like sad things, like trauma and all these things, like
I still do it a little bit.
You have a thing to your eyes, but it just reminded me that when you used to dissociate, I was able to sometimes tell.
Yeah, you could tell in the
everything,
eyes, they just go dead.
Everything would change. Your eyes would go dead. Everything, yeah.
Everything just goes dead because I'm like, my brain's not working.
Yeah. What made you like stop smoking? Other than, yes, like you're hearing all these things, so everyone listening and maybe someone who's never experienced this, like, well, obviously this is what made you stop smoking. But when were you kind of like, I've had enough of this, like this really isn't good for me? Because as you're explaining, like the way it felt good in the moment because you didn't have any of that noise in your head.
Yeah.
When were you kind of like, this needs to end? Was it through
smoking,
learning, through like the TikToks of like...
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Because that like scared me. I didn't like
That's
the
so
fact.
scary, yeah. When you were telling me the stories of what it felt like, I was like, what? Like, it was unheard of to me because I'm like, that is intense.
Yeah. What's ironic about me is that, so most of my life, I've never wanted to smoke or drink in high school because I was scared of like not having control of myself. Because I've always seen people like get drunk and like, you know, do crazy things and not have control of their bodies. So I was like always terrified of that. Once I figured out that what I was doing was having no control whatsoever, it scared me. So I was like, oh, I need to stop. And I don't know exactly how I stopped, but I think...
You had, I feel like, a few bad experiences that I think were
okay. Well, yeah, that's another thing too. So like I was like smoking less. Like I wasn't doing it every single day, but it still was like a routine in my week of when to start. So when to smoke and when not to smoke. Like instead of doing it every day, I would only do it at night. And I would try and like slowly wean or like lean off of it. But then there were times where like I greened out and had a terrible experience with it. And I was like, oh, like I really don't want this anymore because now it's turning into a nightmare drug for me. It's interesting because I dissociated through the whole thing. I don't even fucking remember. I mean, now trying to like remember, like trying to like think back to it, it's hard because I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I just dissociated through the entire thing. I didn't like how I had to like not smoke anymore. That was like my safety net. So now I'm trying to think back to like what made me, hopefully like the will I have deep within me.
Yeah.
Honestly. How did you like get yourself out of it? I literally don't really know.
Yeah.
It's just one day you hit rock bottom, like, and you're like, I need to like actually do something about it. Like that kind of thing. And like the smoking, maybe that's what it is. Maybe my like disassociation and about with smoking was the true rock bottom for me. But also a lot of it had to do with my weight and what I looked like. Because a lot of my depression lied within my worth and where that was. I had no worth. So my depression would be very bad. In college, like working out because of you. I mean, truthfully, it's because of you.
Oh. Truthfully, what?
So like deep down, like, it's because like you were like part of my life.
Oh.
And like you were a good example for me.
That's sweet. Well, I have a question. And this I feel like is going to be, in a way, controversial because I'm sure... Because I know that like depression is a chemical imbalance, and it could be genetic and all those things. Do you think where do you think choice plays a part in this? So and what I mean by this is like when I, was very, hitting rock bottom of body image issues, I think a lot of my healing was literally just choosing a different mindset. Like choosing to get up, choosing to not let it control me.
I did have that thought about how like, oh, like I am this thing. There's no hope for me. I'm already lost.
No light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to bring us into a moment.
Okay.
That may help you.
Okay.
Explain.
Okay.
When there's used to be times, which like makes me so ecstatic that these times don't happen anymore, but like where you couldn't move. When we were in our when we were living in an apartment together and you couldn't like move off of the bed.
Yeah.
Like you were physically like
put down by my depression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I actually could not move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were like not good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was bad moments. So in those moments
of it, yeah.
Where did like the good wolf?
Oh.
Like what did you have to feed the good wolf? To be like, we need to get out of this. Like, this is, like, what would help you in those moments? So people listening who maybe go through really depressive episodes, like your depressive episodes are not as bad as they used to be.
Yeah, no,
like as bad as
all.
how I'm bringing up the story. So in those moments, what do you think helped you to see the light at the end of the tunnel or know that this feeling is going to pass? What did it take? Did you have to tell yourself things? What did it really take for you to get out of those depressive episodes that were so bad?
It was a lot of like self-convincing because I like to say like my brain has two different sides to it. It's like the bad side and the good side. It's like,
I actually explained this in one of my podcasts I'm going to release, but the bad wolf and the good wolf.
Yeah. I used to tell, like I've learned about the bad wolf and the good wolf, like literally at school. The good part always knows the right thing to do, always knows the right thing to say, always believes about the good things and knows like what actually I should be doing to help myself. The bad one, where my insecure voice comes from, it's here. And my whole life they've always battled, but the bad have always won. And I think I just got tired of getting knocked down by the bad one because I always knew this good side was here and I always knew how to help myself. Like deep down, everyone who has depression knows what they need to be doing to not be in that state. They know deep down. They know it's simple like
get up, bed, go out,
go brush your teeth, try and shower. It's like those tiny things. They know what to do. It's just like for me, it was getting past the battle of my own head. Finding the strength in the good side is very hard when the bad side always tries to like knock it down. You kind of have to exercise the good part like you let the bad part. So what that means is like I had to keep doing the good things for myself in order to like build up its strength to fight against the bad. So I had to literally force myself to like get up, go get dressed, like change your clothes. They've been there for like 3 days. Go shower, go brush your teeth, go talk to a friend today. Like do those little things. I didn't do all that in one day. Like I had to like over the years build that up so that when the bad wolf wants to come and like talk their shit to the good side now has some like strength to like
I'm thinking
or, like smiling.
No, you're right. It's just I'm thinking about like me having to battle with you. I'm thinking of those times how like I was,
you were like a real good like side trying to get to like the bad part of
like I remember like trying to battle that side of your brain And holy shit, was that hard.
Well, because like
she listens to everything I say. I could say fucking jump off a bridge. She's going to jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
She listens to everything I say.
Yeah.
And so when she gets into depressive episodes, when you used to, it would be like, I have never battled so hard in my life against something. Like, it was the most stubborn I've ever seen a creature ever in my life.
But like, I'll be honest.
The creature being
like,
depression.
Like, I only knew how to grow the good side because you showed me how to. I didn't really know how to.
That was cute. That was really cute.
I didn't know how to.
That was really cute. Oh my god. I just
Yeah.
put tears in my eyes. That was so cute.
Yeah, me too, low-key.
Okay.
It's like I didn't know how to.
Oh, that's cute.
So yeah,
That's
sorry.
really nice.
I mean, I want to cry a little bit.
It's okay. Just go back to thinking of me yelling at you in your room. That's what was making me laugh before.
It's like I really only knew how to do that because of like, because I mean, for me personally, I'm very good at like picking up on like example. So like she was like a very good person to have because she is a good like positive example, like through and through a real positive person, not just like the fake positive.
Somebody who doesn't acknowledge that like we need to feel like shitty things to feel like good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I didn't really have great examples of true positivity. And with me, not like what's bad about me, but like I could read through it all the fake shit. You were the only person that was truthfully in my mind like a great positive good side example of what I wanted to be. Well, I wanted to be like that.
I think I dug myself through the trenches in high school where I was able to see how bad I could feel emotionally and then how to flip it positively. Yeah. So I think I did a good job at like being like validating the bad emotions.
Yeah, that I was feeling.
Or not the bad, but validating the negative emotions.
Yeah, like you understood where it came from.
Yeah, and being like, we can feel this now. You can combat now that we felt this, what can we do to turn it around?
Yes.
And then like doing that flip. But with Adriana, there were times, oh my God, because I get like aggressive with you.
Yeah, out of love.
Yeah, but like.
But also,
we
like,
know
mind you, everybody, like I do good with tough love. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like this is like our thing.
So yeah.
But what's funny, it's so funny because I forget how much we've been through until I think about how hard.
We've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Like my mental state.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
Well, both of ours, but yours.
But mine was like a big whirlwind for like the first year, a couple years of our friendship.
Yeah. Before I want to, tell you guys about like what it's like what it's like as a friend to help your friend in situations like those. It's not because I grew these magical powers of how to deal with a friend that had depression. It was because you communicated to me when you weren't having a depressive episode, what they felt like, what you needed, what to keep doing. And like oh my God, like I'm like, it's crazy to think the limits that I would push you to, because when you weren't in a depressive episode, you would tell me what limits I was allowed to push you to.
Yeah,
that's that's why I got good at it, because it was because of you. It wasn't just because I just knew how to do it.
Yeah,
it was really like you truly taught me how to work with you. And I think anybody listening to this needs to take away is like, if you have depression, or you think you may have depression, or you just have something that holds you back emotionally and you know it and affects your relationships, if you're communicating what you need in those moments or what these moments can be to the other person, it's going to make them take everything less personal, and it's going to make them be able to pick up on your signals and then know how to pull you out of it. Because there were times where when I tell you, like, I get like chills and a little bit shaky thinking about those moments of how bad they were. But like when you were on the edge of your bed and you couldn't even like get up, and I would be like yelling at you. And I just remember, like, I don't even remember what I would say to you, but I just remember a lot of it was like, I would really get into your head of like, I think I would just like try to feed that good wolf to its extreme.
Yeah.
And like try to make you realize like your thoughts are just thoughts. Like you need to ignore them right now.
You're
need
actively
to
building
step
like
a
the
foot.
stamina for me to like.
Yeah.
To
like, like even the time at the waterfall. Yeah. It was like you wanted to go home. We had this whole time, and it's.
Oh my God. There's been so many times.
Yeah. She basically like we were on a hike and she'd been feeling depressed all day. And then just to sum it up, and then basically you had a breakdown. and you wanted to leave, and we were like enjoying this beautiful moment on the
Yeah.
rocks, and I was like, we're not leaving here. You're not gonna let this depression bring you home. We came all the way out here.
Yeah.
Like, you are gonna battle this
It's funny
right
'cause
now.
It's something I wanted to do, and
It was like
and
exposure
then right when we
therapy.
got there, I was like, okay, well, like the whole day was like shitty.
Yeah. You
and then
pushed
I was
yourself the whole day to get
and,
there.
Yeah, and I was pushing myself. I was like, you know what? You're gonna go to the mountain that you wanted to go to, or whatever, like the waterfall, and it's gonna be fine. Right when I get in the car, we're driving. I'm like, all right, it's going good. It's going good. It's going good. I fell asleep a little bit. Reset. The minute we get to the location, the bad wolf switches on. Like the good wolf was there. Bad wolf switches on, and he's like, go fucking home.
Yeah.
Go the fuck home. You're not safe here. You need to be back home where you feel safe in your bed. You're going to feel so insecure here. You're going to feel like a loser here. You're going to feel scared. Like all the bad things I've always felt. They're like, it's going to be here. It's going to be here. Run away, go home.
Yeah, it was like full adult tantrum moment.
Yes. And so I was like, oh my God, I need to go home.
Yeah.
Because what happens is like, I'll dissociate. I'm like, no, you're fine. So I'll shut it off. Walk. Because I'm ignoring the bad wolf, it's like, let me the fuck in, bitch. Like, I know, like, you're ignoring me. And then once it breaks through, when it happened at the waterfall, like, when we actually got there, it broke through, and I literally was, like, destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, destroyed.
And, like, there was,
I
like,
was,
she
like,
wouldn't
I
even
was-
step her foot.
I was, like, crying. Like, I like, badly wanted to go home. I was
Yeah.
like, I cannot be here.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go. I need to go be in my bed. I need to, like, be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, she wouldn't even step her foot onto the rock. She wouldn't move. And I literally made her. Like, I was not taking no for an answer. I wasn't.
She was taking my shoes off. Like, she was forcefully taking my shoes off.
Yeah.
I mean, like, touch the water. Like,
And
dip
I
your
was like,
foot
put your
in.
foot on the rock.
Yeah, this is
Put
all
your-
videotape.
Put
too,
your
which
foot
is
on
so
the rock.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went viral. Put your foot
Yeah.
on the rock. And then I was like, I think I was just kind of like, you were like, no.
Yeah,
and I'm
you,
like,
like,
you
took my
need to start
hands
grounding
and, like-
yourself.
and,
Like, let's
yeah.
go. And then,
Grounding was a huge
and we
thing
were
for
fighting.
me.
It was like a fight. And
Yeah,
you were like,
it was a fight.
I'm not doing it. And I was like, yes, you are. Like, because I knew I was allowed to, like, speak
Yeah.
to you in that tone.
Yeah.
Because
And
you know,
mind
because you told me it
though,
helped you.
It sucks because it's almost like, it's like a personality change. Like,
Yeah.
I am not even me when this happens.
And then you get ashamed of yourself.
And then I'm crying for me in the back, like my actual me in the back.
Yeah.
Because it feels like this brain is talking to her. I'm like in the back. It's like almost like watching
Yeah.
Split. You ever watched the
Oh,
movie
yeah, yeah.
Split?
Well, yes.
The different personalities, but the personalities know what happens with each of them because they watch. It's like that. So I would cry more because I'm like, I'm being so mean.
But I remember
Stop.
I would try to get you to be even
Like-
meaner. I was like, you want to yell at me? Yell at me.
Yeah.
Or I would be like, you
You
can say
would.
what you're thinking. I'm not going
Yeah.
to take offense to it. Like, scream at me. If
Yeah.
you want to scream at me, like, do it. But you wouldn't.
No,
But I would be
never.
like, let's go. You want to fight? Like, let's go. And I'm
Yeah.
like, because you're putting your fucking foot on this rock right now.
Yeah.
And then we end up having a beautiful
God,
end to this whole thing of her
Yeah, it was
on the
beautiful. It
rocks.
was
We did the
great.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And
And I'm glad I didn't leave.
yeah, and we grounded you. It was like amazing.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
was great.
Because the rest of the day was really fun.
Yeah.
Because you were able to get through this really hard time
Yeah.
in such an exposed area. There were people around.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god,
We
it was
were
so
out
good.
in the open.
Yeah, that part was not fun. Like, that's.
But
where
I wouldn't-
also the
I just
anxiety
wouldn't let
comes
it
in
take
too.
over.
Yeah, like you have always been like my ground.
Oh, wow.
Like you're like the ground for me.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Like like that's why I think like that's like you just are like such a safe space for me. Like to feel all my emotions, to
Yeah.
be to even like allow myself to be the bad wolf to somebody
Yeah.
and like you not
Judge
acting
you.
crazy
Yeah.
like towards, because what would happen is like at home it would happen like the bad wolf would come out to my parents and they would just scream back at it and yell at me and like punish me.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, they didn't really know what was going on, so it kind of makes sense. I didn't really have the words for it yet.
But I think whereas like I knew it because you explained it to me.
Yeah, because I explained
So
it to you. Yeah.
I
in
wasn't
that-
taking anything personal.
in that.
So when I was
Yeah.
like, if you want to be, and you're like, I don't want to be mean. I'm like, if you want to yell at me, yell at me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to take this personally. I know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, but I don't want to. I was like, come on. Like,
Yeah,
give it to me.
like, you were wanting it. Like, you
I was like,
wanted
give it to me.
Yeah.
It was funny. I
Like,
was
give it
egging
to
that.
me.
I
Give
was
it to
egging
me.
that bad wolf on. I'm like, give it to
you
me. Let me
did.
see what
and
you
also,
got.
no one has ever done that.
Yeah.
And do what's crazy is like me thinking like, oh my God, the bad wolf is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I can't let it out in front of people. Like, I can't do it. It's gonna like terrify people.
People, quick intermission. I lost the audio file. It never recorded, so the audio is about to change, and it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but don't worry, you're still gonna be able to hear us.
And then she would egg that shit on, and then it would make it like literally be so timid.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my god, like it would make me like retract back.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this isn't me though. Like it's like you're trying to ask for it, and it wouldn't give it. Like it wouldn't, because it's like not.
But I think it was also like you sometimes thought you were that bad wolf. So I think me also being like, I know this isn't you, so whatever you say to me is not going to affect me. I think that's when you start to realize, like, oh yeah, this isn't even me. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think you also allowed me to be experimental.
Yeah, I did, because I was willing to.
Getting you out of these episodes.
I was willing to do anything at this point, like anything.
But afterwards, we would always discuss.
Yeah.
Like, I would always be like, I was pretty hard on you.
Yes, yeah.
Like, we got to talk about, like, how that actually didn't work. Did you, we would talk about that when you were in a much better place, we would talk about what went on. Because,
again, it's a switch. So, like, sometimes, like, it would take a long time for the switch of the bad wolf to go off, but then good me is here. Yeah. Like, I'm, like, now, like, whew, yeah. Okay,
and then when I would notice that, I would be like, what next time do you think you need from me? And then you were like, no. Like, and most of the time,
I was like, no, that was, like, perfect. Like,
that's what I needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, too, with, like, being somebody who has a friend who suffers from depression. Like, that's what I think you kind of need is, like...
You do.
You need to know what this person wants when they're in that place, but you have to talk to them when they're not in that place.
Yeah.
Try it, and then when you get out of that place, talk about it.
And that's all you can do, because I think a lot of people...
Everyone's different.
...are always, like... I have this very depressed friend, and I don't know what to do for her. Like, anything I do, or, like, anything that happens, like, she just is struggling. I don't know how to help. And it literally just goes down to, like, just ask them how you could help. And they'll give you an answer.
You hope they give you an answer.
Well, they hope.
Yeah.
But, like, in my scenario, like, anytime someone would ask me, I'd always be like, well, with you, because I was able to be very vulnerable with you versus anybody else in my life. Like, I felt very safe being vulnerable with you. And, like, literally giving you my feelings and, like, okay, do something, please.
Yeah.
Because, like, I didn't know what else to do. So I had to, like, I gave them to you, which, like, I'm so gracious that you just let me do that.
Well, that's, like, we were talking about even before we were having dinner of, like...
Because most people aren't like that.
When there's times where you feel some type of way about something that went on with me... You'll always, like, come to me, and you'll be very emotional, and always very, like...
apologetic.
And you're like, I don't want to think these things, my brain's telling me this, and I'm like, you can say it, and you're like, but it sounds mean, and I'm like, I literally am not going to take it to heart. Yeah. Like, just talk to me about it. Yeah. And those would take 10, 15 minutes for me to get out of you.
Yeah, because, like,
but
also...
then when you did, I would just be like, okay, like, let's figure this out. Where are these thoughts coming from? And, like, this is what my intention behind it was. Yeah. And it would... resolve. But it would be interesting because you would hold it back for so long. Yeah, I was like, Adriana, if you just let this out, I'm not going to take offense. Yeah. And we're going to work through it.
That's true.
And then we did every time.
That's very true.
But I think, and the big thing about this is, like, you have to be working with your partner.
Yeah, you have to.
This doesn't even need to just be about depressive thoughts. This could be, like, any insecurity you have. Yeah. Anything where you feel...
Well, it boils down to also, like, having a strong support system if you're a depressed person, whether it's coming from your best friend, your partner, your mother, your father. Like, you gotta make sure that you're comfortable with who you're with to allow yourself to heal.
But also, like, and with that, the comfortability is the communication.
Yeah.
Of, like, you need to be talking about it. Hey, when I'm mad, this is what I need. Or when I feel like this, I want to do this, but I know this is
where it's coming from.
Mature, and like, figuring it out together, I think, is what really, truly helped us figure out, like, almost like the roadmap to your depression.
Yeah, it was like a roadmap.
It
honestly was,
It was like, what's gonna work? Like, do you need me to bring you to the gym? Do you want me to lay off you?
Right.
And there were some times, though, that I laid off you. Like, sometimes, like, most of the time I'd be forcing you to get out of bed. But sometimes I really was just like, I'm going to let her marinate a little bit. Yeah. See if she can do it on her own. Yeah. And then after so long, she was doing everything on her own.
Yeah.
By the time we were in our seniors and our 5th years, I didn't have to drag her anywhere.
No,
she
never.
was able to fight her battle by herself. And that's another thing, too, is, like, yes, I did play a big part in it.
Yeah.
But, like, you truly did it all yourself. I didn't make your depression my emotional responsibility.
No.
And when you were depressed, sometimes I had to let you deal with it on your own, and it hurt me to have to do it. But there were times where I'm like, this is something that she needs to deal with. And, like, I can't always be that person to... that she's going to need to get out of it. She needs to know that she can get out of it herself.
Exactly,
and you did. And you always did.
And I've always had the strength to, too. As much as I loved the help, what I really wanted as a goal for me was to do it on my own. And sometimes I didn't really know how to do that because I didn't really know where to start. But through doing it, through, like, trial and error with you, I knew, like, the different levels of my depression, what I could handle, what I really couldn't handle on my own. But, like, throughout my entire journey, I really realized, like, the biggest thing for me was to have a positive support system. And what I mean by that is, like, having people around you who are open-minded about understanding where your depression is coming from, why you have it, what's happening during it, like, asking questions instead of the opposite where they might be like, why are you acting that way? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, the judgment, the misunderstanding, the shunning you away when that happens, things like that. It's just really important to have a very good support system around you, whether it's your best friend, your partner, your mom, your dad, your grandma, whoever the fuck it could be. To, like, have them really hear you out during the bad and the good moments and just be there for everything. You allowed me the floor, which
I gave you the space to rip the paper.
Yeah, like, you gave me the space to cry in the waterfall. Like, you gave me that. So, and that's why I'm so gracious towards you, because you were the ground for me. I was able to, like, do everything I felt.
You're able to unleash the wolf.
Yeah, I could unleash the wolf around you.
Yeah.
And you weren't afraid, which also made me feel very good. It's like, you were just like, bitch, this is all you got?
Yeah.
Like, you were so not afraid, and it made me unafraid either.
Where do you think you can kind of give listeners that light at the end of the tunnel of it does get better? Because that quote is always thrown around. It's going to get better, it gets better. But, like, where is that hope?
For me, to sum how I feel about it up, I just think of depression as, like, a very fictional character. It's not real. What you're feeling is not, like, those extreme emotions and how badly it makes you feel. It's actually not that serious. Like, and what I mean is, like, not invalidating your feelings, like, make sure you're validating them and knowing that they're there. But it's not something to push people away about. It's not something to put yourself into a pit about. It's something that you could always deal with, and the depressional thoughts and voices are literally made up in your head. They're not real. Overall, like, the thoughts are there, but they're not true. It's almost like how Allie says, with you see your emotions, looking at them like clouds passing by. I don't really know how exactly to say it.
You observe them, you don't absorb them.
You observe, you don't absorb. So that's kind of what I've done with depression to this day, is that I observe the thoughts, I observe the feeling, I let the feeling run its course. If I'm feeling lonely, sometimes my brain will go to, like, oh, I'm lonely, to, like, never having a boyfriend, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Like, why is me being lonely all of a sudden equaling to me not having
being
a future?
single at 40.
Having kids, like, not
having
having a future, not having babies, not having a husband ever, not having a family,
being
the only one in my life that doesn't have a husband when I'm, like, 60 years old. Like, it just goes so far. I'm like, yo, bring it back. Like, that's not even, like, a valid, like, if you really think about it, is that a valid thought? Like, sometimes what I do is, like, I write down the thoughts I have, and then after the whole episode's over, I'm like, is that valid? Is that true? No. Most of the time, it's not.
Like, you, like, never falling in love again. Like, I always think, like, with my breakup, you have these thoughts of, like, I'm never gonna find somebody ever again.
Yes.
It's like, let's really think about that. Because you found someone before him, like, you know what I mean? Then you found him. There's always going to be another one.
There's people everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to find someone. You're going to have that love again. You're going to have the confidence back again. Like, it could be a plethora of different things that I'm thinking about. that I get a negative
You're kind of
thought.
just like, this is something that's just irrational.
Yes.
Like, this thought is not the truth.
It's not true. That's how I bring myself to the light in the tunnel. Is like, what's fictional, what's real. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I do. And the more real you get with yourself, the more the light will shine, and the more you'll find the path to salvation. You
can't heal what you don't feel.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing is, like, through everything, I've always been very proud of myself to feel everything, whether it's bad or good. I feel very strongly about everything. And that's something that I take with, like, gratitude now.
Okay, I love it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This is one of my favorite topics to cover with you, just because of how many layers of it there is.
Yeah,
we can talk about this so much.
Forever. There's so much to talk about.
Another podcast about this. But
send us questions.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Send Do it. If you want to send questions, it actually helps me remember and, like, relive things, because sometimes I don't remember them, but if I'm asked a certain question, I can, like, go back and, like, relive it.
Yeah. I actually created a part of my website that you can put in questions. But if you guys want to DM me, Miss_SwolfShady or the Muscle Mommy brand, follow the social accounts, tell them yours.
Well, my Instagram is Adriana Rabita, and my TikTok is Lil Adri.
Lil Adri.
With, I don't know how many eyes, but if you put in, like, at least 5.
If you just go to my account, you'll find her everywhere.
Yeah, there's a little picture of Lil Adri on there. Or if you put at least 5 eyes at the end, you'll find me.
I'll try to link you. Go on musclemommystore.com to shop some Muscle Mommy merch. Got new tees out. They're beautiful and amazing. That's all. And we tune in every Wednesday. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming, Adri.
You're welcome.